don't know who paid Rack 9 to make the phony phone calls into Growth because they don't show up on the Conservative campaign expenses. But we do know that somebody else shows up. It's Responsive Marketing Group, RMG, for $15,000. Now, yesterday the government refused to tell us what business contact they have had with Rack 9. Will they tell us today what business the Government of Canada has done with RMG, Responsive Marketing Group? What services have they purchased? Which government departments? Were they tendered or sole source contract? And what is the total dollar value of the business?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary of the Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let's be clear. These exaggerated allegations demean millions of voters who cast legitimate votes in the last election. The opposition paid millions of dollars to make hundreds of thousands of phone calls. Before continuing these baseless smears, they should prove that their own callers are not behind these reports, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Winnipeg Centre.
Mr. Speaker, we know that the links between the Conservatives and RMG run long and deep. In fact, Conservative bon vivant Tom Flanagan credits them with their 2006 campaign victory. We also know that the Mike Harris government showered many, many lucrative contracts in RMG, and you have to admit that the front bench of this government looks eerily like the Mike Harris government. Now listen, we don't want any smart-ass gibberish from the member from Peterborough. We've had enough of that. We want to know the full extent of the...
I don't know that kind of language is helpful in the exchange. I don't... Order. I appreciate all the assistance. If the Honourable Member wants to rephrase that aspect of his question, stay away from that type of language. I'll let him finish putting it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will simply ask what is the full extent of the relationship between the Government of Canada and RMG or any of their subsidiaries or their American parent company, Zentel.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary of the Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when the member makes comments like that, he doesn't just demean this House. He is, in fact, demeaning millions of voters who cast legitimate votes in the last election. The opposition paid millions of dollars to make hundreds of thousands of phone calls before continuing these baseless smears. The baseless smears the member is making again right now, they should prove that their own callers are not in fact behind these reports.
The member for Toronto Centre.